Deathloop! We all heard about it. It's here. We played it. Let's get into it. Colourful, vibrant, and immersive. Deathloop is a game coming to you out of France from a developer who brought you Dishonored and Prey. One day, Arcane Leon had an inspiration to trap two rival assassins on an island, each trying to succeed in eliminating their targets and using all the utilities at their disposal to achieve their goal. So how are they trapped, you ask? They are stuck in a mysterious and what appears to be an endless time loop. You play as Colt, the man with the plan, and his plan is to break the time loop cycle by assassinating 8 key targets before the day reset. And just like any media that has a resetting day, every day can hold vital new information, new paths to find, new weapons and abilities, but most of all, every day gives you the chance to perfect on your errors and find the ultimate path to succeeding in your mission. Are you ready for what's to come? Now, when you get into the game, you are immediately met with your setup menu. My citizen, subtitles are in. Always a good thing for the people who go... The very next menu asks if you want to play as Colt and break the loop or play as Juliana and protect the loop. Protecting the loop does require you to have begun your journey with Colt, but that's hardly a problem because you can discover all the map secrets and stories as Colt before you choose to invade another person's timeline and thwart their effort. Now, the game works by being split up into 4 parts of the day over 4 different locations. Each area provides something different at every part of the day, with some things only unlocking in the morning, some only at night, etc, different paths. And the visionaries, who are the people you want to kill to break the loop, will be in multiple locations at different times of the day, and it's up to you to work out when the best time is to visit all of them within a single day. This sounds like a really exciting task with lots of detective work, but the game splits everything up into small missions to do that even tell you what time of day you need to do it, exactly where they are, with little up to interpretation. Only once or twice did we actually have to work something out that wasn't told to us, and to be honest, it was disappointing that our hand was held so much. We wish more of the game left it up to interpretation. It does make up for it in other areas though. There is more to find than you might think, with weapons and audio diaries laying around in the most random of spots. And it's well worth having a sneaky squiz wherever you may go, whether it's to find out more information of your targets or to scavenge an epic weapon. However, there are also spots that you think really should have something in them and there just isn't, which we found to be especially disheartening. One spot in particular probably required us to have a more developed knowledge of the area and more power upgrades to have properly interacted with it. And after a good chunk of time getting into the area, it was really disappointing to find nothing to scavenge at all, and no way of knowing how to begin to get in further than where we had already got to. We found that until you had lead or information or something potentially being there, it wasn't worth spending lots of time trying something and exploring areas. Door codes and finding the right time of day are your friend for discovering new things. The world Arcane have created is as vibrant in colour as it is in depth with level design. Now this game wants you to mix explosive action with slow moving stealth and intel gathering. It's just something that comes with the job, and patience earns you a lot. Trust me, you will be rewarded if you take your time. Every location has a vibe and a theme, and most people, well, I should say enemies, seeing as almost everyone on this island wants to be rid of you, will be stalking a certain area, most likely quipping with a fellow citizen or two. The audio is brilliant, and the one-liners you overhear characters saying give you a quick giggle, and most likely a snort of the funnies, because of how ludicrous they really are. Our protagonist, Colt, also has that lead acting role voice that could easily easily carry a whole movie, and the devs have loaded him up with a wicked sense of humour. As we mentioned, the map design is layered, and secret crevices you never thought existed open up and make the map even bigger than you ever thought it was, with the collection of information and the completion of missions. Our tip is to find information about those areas before you actually go into them though. Colt has a series of abilities he can find around the world and on dead adversaries to assist with either of these gameplay styles. Look, it's totally up to you how you want to approach it, but it was found a good use of both reaps the rewards. On the one note, starting a combat triggers an upbeat action tune and gets you in the mood to shoot everything down. It's so hard to resist. Everything will be dead within the next few seconds. There are only a few weapon options, with the differences coming in the form of rarity with different abilities, and you can also add trinkets to change some aspects like reload quickness and accuracy, only improvements. Our favourite was a legendary weapon we found that could transform from dual wielding pistols into an SMG by attaching them together. Ultimate epicness. Colt can also gain abilities to help him out with combat, with the option of going almost fully invisible, our favourite stealth option, and to becoming invulnerable for a few seconds, our favourite brute force option. Colt can also equip personal trinkets, which are massively helpful in developing a playstyle. We went with a speed stealth option where our footsteps made little sound and we moved faster, which worked brilliantly, and many an Eternal was stabbed in the back. Now, if you remember, something Arcane has done to make it spicy. If you remember back in the menu, there was an option to protect the loop, and in-game, both of these game modes can come together if you're playing online. Protecting the loop will mean that you take the role of Juliana, and your quest is to stop Colt from taking out the adversaries and protecting the loop from breaking. If you are playing as Colt, this means that she will drop into your game and hunt you down, also blocking your escape into the tunnels until you hack a beacon. Whereas with Colt, your upgrade system relies on you finding residuum to carry over items from day to day. If you choose to play Juliana and drop into other people's timelines, you have a more classical upgrade system where you equip a loadout depending on the level of your character. Your sole objective as Juliana is to stop Colt and protect the Visionaries. Let's be clear about that. You can go and whack other people, but it's not going to help you at all. It should be mentioned that you can only invade a Colt's timeline if a Visionary is present, and it happens within the first few minutes of Colt spawning there. You can't join one of Colt's timelines otherwise. Oh, after slaving through all of the areas, finding out all of the information, killing lots of people just to upgrade your abilities, getting that final slice of the pie, and executing your plan to perfection is very satisfying, and it feels extremely rewarding. Beating the loop triggers the end game, and you have some final pieces of the puzzle fall into place, but do not fear. You can go back to the loop and finish all the secret areas and upgrades, or if you so desire, continue to haunt the world as Juliana. We would say that this game relies more on comedic action than it does skill. Overall, it was a satisfying experience, however it does struggle with repetitiveness at times, and like we mentioned, it holds your hand a little too much, and other than the fact you can go back to the loop and find more things, there isn't much replayability. gunplay is solid and the legendary weapons add some fun mechanics, as do the abilities. There are a lot of things to find and things to upgrade which keeps it interesting, and the enemies each have their own electric feel, which adds to the interest. The trophies for the game also suggest that there are many ways to kill a visionary, but a few of them are so obscure, we don't blame you if you miss them. The puzzles can also be obscure, there's nothing more to say about them, and there's a reason they didn't have a spot in our review. For these reasons, it receives the maybe harsh review of 8 out of 10. This has been a really fun experience, and honestly, I hope we get to do this more often because I think we found a little niche in the YouTube world, reviewing games. I can't do any of it. I can't do any of your guys' help. Without any of your guys' help. I appreciate all of you for coming into the streams. Everyone who comes watches this video. Please leave a comment below about anything at all related to the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. I promise I won't do any more John videos. I hope you all have a good day. Also, welcome to new outro. Goodbye!